Picture this. You're walking into the grand lobby of a luxury five-star hotel. The marble floors are gleaming, the ambiance is perfectly calibrated, and the service? It's completely seamless. But behind that flawless guest experience is a really complex engine, and that engine is the hotel staff. Today, we're exploring a totally critical dynamic at the heart of that engine. We're looking at modern hospitality leadership, and specifically, we're focusing on how to manage and motivate multi-generational teams. Honestly, it's an absolutely essential skill for anyone looking to excel in hospitality management today.
Hello and welcome. I am a hotel AI expert with extensive experience in modern hospitality operations and performance support. I am pleased to welcome all students of Europe Hotel School to your online learning journey. We look forward to supporting your professional growth in the hospitality industry. Now, as we embark on this explainer, I really want you to keep that formal, premium standard of excellence in mind. This program is designed to deliver highly practical knowledge that's totally aligned with real-world hotel operations. We're bridging the gap between classroom theory and the actual realities of leading diverse teams right there on the floor. Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our syllabus for today. 1. The multi-generational hotel team. 2. Drivers for older employees. 3. Motivations of younger talent. 4. Bridging generational misunderstandings. And finally, 5. Cross-generational mentoring strategies.
Starting with Section 1, the multi-generational hotel team, understanding our diverse workforce.
So when you step into a bustling hotel environment, I want you to picture the concierge, the housekeeping staff, the management team. You've got professionals in their 60s working right alongside those in their early 20s. And every single generation represented on your staff has been shaped by entirely unique social, economic, and technological landscapes. This heavily influences their underlying values, what they expect from management, and really what drives them. As a future leader, understanding these varying contexts is exactly what allows you to tailor your motivation strategies to keep the team unified, fair, and performing at a really high level. Moving right along to Section 2, drivers for older employees, valuing experience and stability. Imagine we're sitting in an executive revenue office. The atmosphere here is grounded in years of industry data, long-term strategy, and a really deep appreciation for institutional dedication. You see, for older generations in hospitality, there's a profound appreciation for stability, loyalty, and having a clear organizational hierarchy. Lots of these veteran employees have built impressive long-term careers within a single organization. Because of that, they naturally associate their motivation directly with job security, the reliability of consistent schedules, and above all else, a profound respect for their hard-earned experience. They are literally the bedrock of your hotel's operational consistency. And this brilliantly illustrates why, for these veterans, recognition is the key. But it has to be the right kind of recognition. Acknowledging their deep dedication and their vast institutional knowledge, the kind of knowledge that only comes from years of solving really complex guest issues, is what truly reinforces their engagement. When veteran employees feel that their historical contribution to the hotel is genuinely valued, their loyalty and their motivation remain incredibly high.
Now for Section 3, motivations of younger talent, development, and flexibility.
Let's shift our mental image for a second. Picture a highly dynamic, tech-forward front desk environment where the pace is super fast and the energy is just buzzing. For the younger talent in this workforce, the motivational drivers look quite a bit different. This group places a massive emphasis on personal and professional development, workplace flexibility, and doing work that feels truly meaningful. Their motivation is deeply tied to having clear opportunities to learn, advancing their careers quickly, and keeping a healthy work-life balance. Plus, they really thrive on feedback and recognition that is frequent and immediate, rather than just waiting around for an annual review.
Now, it is absolutely crucial to understand that a desire for flexibility and immediate feedback are not, and I repeat, not signs of lower commitment to the hotel or the guests. Rather, they're simply reflections of fundamentally changing workplace norms. Educational institutions like Europe Hotel School specifically integrate this exact generational awareness into their leadership training. Why? Because preparing managers to understand this distinction is vital for keeping your top young talent. We also have to factor in technology, right? It heavily shapes how younger generations are motivated. Things like digital communication tools, online learning platforms, apps that allow for flexible scheduling, they completely change how these employees engage with their work. When a hospitality organization actively adapts to and implements these modern tech preferences, it sends a powerful message. It shows younger staff that the organization is responsive, it's innovative, and it's invested in giving them the tools they actually need to succeed. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is we have two distinct paradigms operating side by side. We've got stability, loyalty, and hierarchy on one end, and flexibility, development, and frequent feedback on the other. The absolutely crucial takeaway here is neutrality. Neither set of values is superior. They're just different. Your job as a leader isn't to force one group to act like the other. It's to build an environment where both sets of drivers can be fulfilled at the same time. Which brings us to Section 4, Bridging Generational Misunderstandings, Overcoming Workplace Friction.
So, when you have these contrasting values operating in a really high-pressure environment, like, say, a fast-paced dinner service in a hotel restaurant, friction is almost guaranteed. As this friction point often highlights, older employees might perceive younger colleagues as impatient, while younger employees may view traditional practices as rigid. If you leave this unmanaged, these simple misunderstandings can quickly snowball. They undermine team motivation, damage the workplace culture, and ultimately, they impact the guest experience, which is the last thing we want. So, how do we actually bridge this gap? Well, it takes actionable leadership, which we've outlined in these 3 steps. First, openly acknowledge generational diversity. Let's not pretend everyone is exactly the same. Second, and this is crucial, avoid stereotyping based solely on age. Generational trends are definitely real, but individual differences are always paramount. And third, you must listen to your employees as individuals. Leaders play the definitive role in fostering mutual respect and getting everyone aligned towards shared goals by treating people as individuals first and members of a generation second. And finally, Section 5, Cross-Generational Mentoring Strategies, Uniting the Team. Picture a quiet, elegant hotel conference room, safely tucked away from the hustle of the main lobby. This is where strategic solutions are designed. And honestly, one of the most effective is cross-generational mentoring. Now, this has to be a two-way street. It's an initiative where your experienced veteran employees share their deep operational knowledge, while at the exact same time, younger employees provide guidance on new tech, digital trends, or modern communication styles. This mutual exchange is amazing. It gives older employees a renewed sense of legacy while providing younger staff with some really vital support. When managed thoughtfully, just like we've discussed today, generational diversity stops being a headache and transforms into a massive source of organizational strength. By employing motivation strategies that respect all these varied expectations, you don't just avoid conflict. You actively create inclusive, highly adaptable, and incredibly resilient hospitality workplaces that are capable of weathering pretty much any industry challenge. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a direct challenge. Knowing the distinct drivers of veteran staff and the very unique motivations of younger talent, how will you apply these strategies to bridge the gap in your own hotel team? The future of hospitality leadership requires adaptability, it requires empathy, and it requires strategic action. So I highly encourage you to reflect on your own approach as you continue your journey toward becoming a truly exceptional leader in this industry.